The album is finished. It's 99% finished. There's a couple little tweaks every time I listen to it. I find something else, but it's 99%. I just have to finish the artwork and putting it together.
Okay.
I'm just going to on the 27th is going to be strictly a digital release.
Okay.
And of course, trying to get some funds together to get a hard copy release not too long after that. So,
are you gonna be playing any shows like locally, like let's say Call the Office or the music hall and music hall, or?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna have a CD launch party. I'm thinking probably that might be at the Shire.
Blackshire, nice.
Yeah. I used to do sound there a few years ago. I did live sound there. Actually, quite a few years ago.
Actually, I just saw a local band that unfortunately broke up in December. A band called High School Sweetheart.
Okay.
And I saw them in July. And Matt Anderson's know who they are because they have the EP. And I know I put up a couple of videos of a couple of their songs live, which is a lot of fun. And it's a shame they broke up, but the Blackshire is a great place.
Yeah, it is a great place, and they've. I was up there about 2 months ago, and they've put a lot of work into it. Made there's an upstairs where the bands play, and they've made the sight lines and everything a lot better.
Yeah, well, that's what made it easier to record some of the stuff, because what I did was I did some on just video of a few of the songs, and I put some of the songs on Spreaker, so I used my phone.
Excellent.
And the nice thing about with Spreaker on the phone is it doesn't use a lot of bandwidth.
Okay.
So it uses very little data,
which
is awesome, because I did that with the Gypsy Ghost CD release about 3 weeks ago for the new album Madman Only, and it was such a great show, and the energy was so amazing. I interviewed 3 of them before the show started. Now I'm kind of jumping over to that because we were talking about Tom.
Yes, Tom from the Gypsy Ghosts is an old friend from way back. Yeah,
I tell you, man, when I saw Tom play with them the first time, this was about a year and a half ago. This is for the EP, their second EP called Bird Language. And watching him play, it was just crazy. I actually took a picture with him, so I actually got a picture with him on my fan page. And I saw him again, obviously playing with him for their CD release, and that guy is an animal. Like, he is just insane. Like, there's so much energy, and it was funny too because their singer Annie said, "You know what? He's like Animal from the Muppets. Sometimes you actually got to put him in a cage and let him out once in a while." Right?
Yes, knowing Tom quite well, that is Tom in a nutshell, right there. Tom's a great guy, a great musician, and his working with the Gypsy Ghosts is something that I wouldn't have seen Tom doing years ago. To be honest with you, he's more kind of been of a rock drummer, I guess, than anything.
Well, and, he's gone to percussion, so he's pretty much got like two huge toms, and he got a cymbal, which he kind of skipped using a drumstick. He just uses his bare hand, which is incredible, and that's what blew me away. Is like, oh my god, like he just hammered the cymbal, I know, and the sound he got from it was just unbelievable.
Just be ringing too, yeah.
So, back to you. I mean, I just want to tie that little part in because I knew you knew him way back when.
Yeah, I wish them all the best. You're a great band.
But with this new album, you said that you're going to be dedicating this one to your father. Now, all the songs on this album in particular, with the exception of Lucky to Have It, because we talked about that song, were there like a huge, well, not huge, kind of wrong word there, but was there like an initial like thought process behind it, saying, you know what, this would sound good, or you just started writing the lyrics down and kind of just went, here we go?
Well, you mean for Lucky to Have It in specific?
No, just in general, it's the whole album.
Yeah, it's weird. My songwriting comes just from, it can come from any angle at any time. Like, sometimes I'll start out with a lyric and try to find music to fit around it. Other times the music's there first, so there's no real. I think I'm lucky that way. I don't have a real defined writing style, which I think enables me to, it opens up more avenues of writing potential, I guess. Because I have no real set pattern for writing. So to answer your question, sometimes it comes from the lyrics itself, sometimes it comes from the music. It's I never know what's going to happen. It usually just happens. So.
Oh, right on. So no thought pattern. So just like, let's go with this.
Yeah.
Now, I'm always curious about the songwriting process because everybody has their own different way of doing it. And a lot of times the songs come from a lot of different places, right? Some of it's from like personal experience. Some of it just kind of just random to start writing. It's like, no, this sounds good. Perfect example of songs that make sense, but they're more on the jokey side is Primus.
Yeah.
So songs like that. And then, there's songs that are just heartfelt and very deep. And it's interesting to me to see how it kind of comes about because, like I said, everybody has their own process. And it's kind of cool to me of how they come up with the idea. And there's one band a while ago, they're still around, called Rainbird. And one of his songs, it literally came to him in a dream. It was a dream, and he wrote it down and put it on paper.
Oh, I love that. So, that is so cool. Yeah.
So, like I said, it's always an interest to me to see how it comes about because, it can always come from different places. And even myself, some of it was random thoughts. Some of it was kind of like relating to someone, And that song, that's Trip Out Daydream, by the way, Catherine Nolan.
Yeah.
So, I not that I need to make that clear, but I thought it was necessary this time. So, but do you guys have any more questions or?
Actually, I do, and I don't think we've covered it so far. I read your bio, and it said you had about over 30 songs, 10 of which are going to feature. So how did you pare that down just to those 10 songs?
Oh, that was hard.
Isn't that hard?
Yeah, that was hard. When it started out, the paring down, it started with what songs I had completed. And as I completed more songs, then the list started to change and evolve a bit. I've tried to, the conditions of existence, the title is it's, we live under certain conditions in this life, we're happy, we're sad, there's love, there's hate, there's death, there's all kinds of things. And so the conditions of our existence are the conditions under which we live. And I tried to, the songs that I'm putting on the album, I tried to put them under those conditions. Like, I've got a song about a good friend of mine who suffered from a horrible drug addiction for years. And so I wrote about that. And, there's songs about love. I've got a love song on there, kind of. It's not a ballad, but it's, it's about being in love with a beautiful girl. And so that's how I tried to structure the songs. So, and the list is, at one point the album was going to be 15 songs, and now I've got it to 10. And by the time July 27th comes, it could be 11. So,
sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a work in progress till I actually get it out, I think. So, the very second it's launched. So.
Right on. So we're going to get to another song, unless we have any more questions before we take to the song.
I think we're good for now.
Okay, so we're going to get to the new song called The Conditions of Existence. Dig this.
To beg
All right, that was FryFogle with Conditions of Existence, and we talked briefly about that because that's the title of the album. Now, is this going to be the title track, I'm assuming, or?
Yeah, this is the title track, and this song to me is kind of my inside joke to myself of all things. I kind of think of myself as playing schizophrenic rock because I don't know. As an artist, I think you always think that your songs sound different, and sometimes you don't necessarily do. I think I've definitely hit different on this album, and this song is a little heavier than most of them, and lyrically, it's kind of heavy too. It touches on religion quite heavily, and so yeah.
Well, then in this case, the story actually did. The song actually did have a story behind it because if you're touched on religion, then there's kind of some focus behind it, right?
Yeah, definitely. And all the lyrics came to me in one shot. Like I wrote the whole song lyrically in about 5 minutes. It was kind of strange, and then I had that keyboard that in the background, that kind of mystical keyboard, and I started building the song, and it came together really quickly. I had it pretty much finished within a week. So.
Oh, you gotta love those songs, eh?
Yeah, it was great. There was no struggles with it. It's a different song for me that I've done throughout time. So, yeah.
Oh, right on. So, guys, do you have any more questions?
No one.
I'm curious, when you do your release party, are you going to put a whole band together and perform, or how are you going to do that?
Yes, I am. Yep, that's the plan. I know quite a few players from being in the scene in London for quite a few years, and I've already got I've got 3 guys showing great interest in it, and I'm gonna have to start doing some rehearsing soon. We're just gonna do the album. We're gonna play the album from song 1 to song 10, and structure the party around that. I've never organized a CD launch party, so that's going to be a learner for me as well. So any hints or help towards doing that would be greatly appreciated. But that is the plan, to get some local musicians that I've played with in different bands throughout the years, and we're gonna have to sit down and put some work into to get them learning the songs. They've already got all the music, so I'm hoping they're starting to learn it. So. Yeah.
Well, I can put it live, but that's the best I can give for now. But so that's gonna wrap up